Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you may be listening, whatever time it may be. My name is Ryan Dooley. That is my co host, Justin Baker, and we are your hosts for Let's Talk Reds. Guess what, Justin? The Reds have still done nothing. They did trade Gavin Lux. We'll talk about that. It's been a while since we recorded. I was in Nashville over the weekend, so that was why there was no episode posted last week. But now we're back. Justin, how are you?
I'm cold and it's about to be snowed in for the next 3 days. So
It's
we're here.
it is stupid cold here, and yeah, Reds. We live in Cincinnati. We're about to get like a foot and a half of snow. So this is gonna be interesting. There might be a lot of Reds content coming at you over the next couple days because we're gonna be locked in our apartment and not able to do anything.
Why not? Because the Reds still won't have done anything.
That's
No
true.
worries.
That's true. But we will talk about the one thing they have done, which is the Gavin Lux trade. This happened a week ago. I believe I have it. Yeah, on the 16th is when this trade happened. There's a
So 1 week
three
ago,
1 week ago exactly. Yes. Three-team trade: Rays, Reds, and Angels all involved. A couple pieces moving around. The Reds basically trading Gavin Lux and Chris Clark, a minor league right-hander, getting Brock Burke, the left-handed reliever, back. Um, I don't mind this trade. I like Gavin Lux a lot, but the signings of Blade and trading for Dane Myers with Gavin Lux was kind of the odd man out there. Like those signings and trade didn't make as much sense when Gavin Lux was still on this team. It makes more sense now, just because now you can see the platoon in left field that's gonna be JJ Blade and Dane Myers. Which I was talking to one of our other buddies about this earlier. Do you know who we play on opening day?
uh, I used to.
It's
I should know
it's
it. The
so
Red
it's
Sox, isn't
it's
it?
Boston, yes.
Okay.
So we're
Yeah.
getting Garrett Crochet. So Dane Myers is going to be the starting left fielder on opening day. That just set in with me the other day when I was talking about this. But yeah, so Gavin Lux is off the team. He's heading to Tampa. I like the move on both sides, honestly. Justin, kind of, what's your thoughts on the whole trade there?
Um, I mean, it frees up. We don't. Gavin Lux was going to be a DH. He was going to be a left fielder. We don't know what he was going to be, so it frees both of those spots up, and that allows for a potential other move that we may talk about later to come down the pipe. But I think you lose a good offensive bat in Gavin Lux, and trade it for a good reliever, decent reliever. Like our bullpen is now pretty rock solid,
Yeah,
probably close
the
to
whole
top
pitching
15,
staff.
top 10. Yeah, bullpen's probably top 15. Pitching staff as a whole is probably top 10 in the league this year. I don't know how often the Reds have been able to say that. The only thing that does kind of hurt is that we traded Mike Sirota in order to get Gavin Lux, and Mike Sirota I think is a much better player
Yeah,
than what Brock Burke is going to be for the Reds. So that aspect of it, it's not ideal. I think Nick Krall is kind of just hoping that people don't look that deep and remember that who we gave up in order to get him. And it also includes one of our compensation picks that got flipped into someone who's probably going to be Shohei Otani, but that's besides the point.
probably.
Overall, I think looking nearsighted, it's a decent trade. If they add another bat, which they're going to probably have to, and they said that they're willing to do now. But yeah, so overall, I think it's a good trade. Solidify your bullpen just one more step. You always struggle with your left-handed relievers, and now you've got three pretty solid options down there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think overall it's a beneficial trade. They just need to supplement it with a bat still.
Yeah, we'll talk about that bat who I wanted to be in a little bit. But Mike, like you mentioned, Mike Sirota, Dodgers have the top ranked farm system in the MLB. He's their fifth ranked prospect, so he had a really good year last year. I'm gonna pull up the stats right now. I know he was very good. Yeah, hit 333 across two levels of low and high A, a 1 OPS in both low A and high A. He was pretty incredible for them last year. Yeah, that trade looks worse and worse. When it happened, I was okay with it because I thought Gavin Lux. I've always been a big believer in Gavin Lux, and I thought he was a lot better last year than I think even some Reds fans think he was. Um, but yeah, kind of sucks that we have turned a left-handed reliever in Brock Burke from Mike Sirota, who looks like he could be a legitimate outfielder.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's the one position that we've had a hard time developing is outfielders.
right, especially a power hitting one. Yeah, it doesn't it doesn't feel like we can get that right. Yeah, no, the pitching staff. I agree. I think it's one of the best in baseball. I would still take the Dodgers over it because the Dodgers just have 7 aces in that rotation, and that bullpen just got better with they've got like 5 closers in that bullpen.
I
But
think the Dodgers pitching staff is $800 million more than the Reds.
I
So
agree exactly. Um, but yeah, no, I would put this pitching stuff up against almost anyone in the league. I mean, I I know we disagreed with this on a little bit because we had already talked about this, but I think this means Sam Mole is not going to make the roster. I don't think he's going to be there. I know you said you disagree with that. He's now the third lefty in that bullpen, and they brought in the other two, so they wanted Burke and Ferguson. I think they'd go both of them first. I would love to see one of the young guys get in there over Sam Mole and kind of be an extra righty, because like right now, um, what is happening? Sorry, my audio on my desktop. I don't know. I don't think Samuel was on this team anymore. I don't think we need a third lefty. I know. I do want to hear your side of this though, because I know you had differing opinions on this.
I feel like the Reds are always going to be nervous, especially after events that have happened recently with them not being able to find any left-hander, and Joe LaSorsa is pitching on the mound for us. I think they're going to be hesitant to DFA Sam Moll, which is what it would take because he doesn't have any
Yeah,
options
and
left.
he's gonna get picked up. It's not like he's gonna make it to AAA.
No, and he's another guy that we traded for, and one of the upsides of trading for him is that he was under team control for a lot of years. So now Joe Boyle, I don't think really turned out well for the Athletics, so I don't think we miss him too much.
Yeah,
But the reason we traded for him is so that we could have a lefty that was under team control, so I don't know how inclined they would be to DFA him after just a couple of years when he does still have a decent upside. He's been able to come in and get strikeouts against left-handed batters, so he fits his role that he's been asked to when he's healthy. So I think it'd be hard for them to come out and just straight up get rid of him
I
for
wouldn't
nothing in
hate to
return.
see him in a trade.
I would say a trade seems much more likely because then at least you can kind of justify it with your return instead of letting him walk away without anything.
Agreed. Yeah, no, because I don't know that I don't. It's not a big name trade. It's probably a lower level prospect, but every team needs a lefty in their bullpen, and he's a fine lefty. He's not. I don't really love Sam Moll. I mean, honestly, I've never been a huge fan of his. I don't never felt safe when he comes into a game. I know his numbers maybe look a little better than I mean, last year he was pretty bad, but smaller sample size, especially
He's
for
also
him.
injured.
Yeah, hurt a lot. I mean, I don't know. I would love to see a guy like Zach Maxwell be in this bullpen, and currently he's not projected to make this bullpen. So I would rather have Zach Maxwell, where I think the upside there is higher than Sam Moles is, and so I don't know. I wouldn't if he's on the opening day roster. Whatever, it's fine. They currently have him in the long relief role, which is fine. But I'm hoping we don't need that long relief role that many times this year with how good this starting pitching is. Um, I don't know. I wouldn't hate him traded, or even if we have to DFA him, DFA him.
I feel like we're grabbing at straws here, though, arguing over who's going to be the last spot in the bullpen when Ian Jabot came out in the ninth inning of opening day last year to give up a three-run homer. And I think any of those guys being in the bullpen, I would feel more confident than Ian Jabot. So I don't know how important that last spot truly is, because if that last spot is what's deciding you winning or losing games, then especially early in the season, I think you've kind of got some other issues that are going on. I think they feel pretty confident with their seventh, eighth, and ninth inning guys, and that they think they can get at least five out of their starters. So I don't know how much they're evaluating that last bullpen spot and losing sleep over it because, like we said, the rest of their pitching staff is good enough that I don't think it truly matters that much who has that last spot on opening day.
Yeah, I agree. First off, with opening day, fastly approaching. By the way, we're actually getting closer and closer. Like it's coming quick, especially with the World Baseball Classic this year. We're gonna get baseball here pretty soon. Hunter Green versus Garrett Crochet. That's gonna be quite the opening day. I thought it was funny. I was talking with one of our friends. You know Todd, obviously. I was talking to Todd about facing Crochet on opening day. A team that notoriously doesn't hit left-handed pitching, like all of last year, could not hit left-handed pitching to save their lives. We
But
get
they have hit Garrett Crochet.
they have. So funny enough, they did. Was that in Boston last year
Uh, no, I remember
or
he
White
went with the White
Sox? White
Sox.
Sox. Yes, yes, the bad White Sox team. But yes, we crushed him. Um,
5 runs in 2 innings.
yeah, I do remember that. Um, but the team that last year notoriously could not hit left-handed pitching, and Dane Myers will be the starting left fielder on opening day. Let's talk what the Reds still need. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a Reds rant here because everyone's signed. Tucker is a Dodger. Bichette on the Mets. Everyone's signed besides one guy, and it's a perfect reunion. Why can we not bring Eugenio Suarez back to Cincinnati?
Well, it seems like they have interest. It seems like they've talked to him, they're thinking about it, but I'd also imagine there are other teams that also have interest. So if it comes down to a bidding war, uh, we're gonna have to see how much Eugenio Suarez truly enjoyed his time in Cincinnati and wants to come back because there's probably teams out there that are gonna be able to throw more money than we are. Um, but I think they'll put an offer together. I don't know if it's gonna be one that he'll accept, but I think they'll at least give it a go.
Yeah, I know the thing that came out was it yesterday? That the Reds have made or have there's mutual interest there, but they're waiting on the long-term TV deal to see if they want to sign him.
That was rumored to be the case with him and Austin Hayes. They stated that about as well.
It's crazy that those are two names that are in the same conversation there. They should be getting nowhere near the same contract. But like
Yeah.
right now, Eugenio Suarez, I know what you're gonna say to this. The projection on Fangraphs, and admittedly, Fangraphs has been a little low on some of these guys this offseason. It's 3 years, 60 million, 20 million a year for a guy to go hit 35 homers at least. What are we doing?
Well, they still have the money from what they were going to offer Kyle Schwarber sitting around. Suarez, there's probably a lot of Reds fans that own a Eugenio Suarez jerseys already that would love to bring him back and wear him around. So I, at later gets in the offseason, the more I think if they really need a bat, they're going to get inclined to maybe get a little bit more ballsy with what they're doing. Uh, and also, the later it gets toward the season, Suarez may be getting less and less in his contract. So it might be he may end up
On a 1 year
at
deal?
3 years at either a 1 year deal for like 1 year 20, or he could come down to like 3 years 45. Now that's probably a very low likelihood,
Yeah, that's
but
low for him.
it is low. But we see later it gets into some of these off seasons, guys start taking contracts where you kind of open your eyes to it. Like Murakami, not really the same situation, but he got really late into his window and he signed for significantly less than people thought he was going to get.
Well, better look at Bellinger. Bellinger, he's still got a big contract, but for the last 2 weeks, all we had heard was the Yankees offered 5 for 165. They weren't going higher than that, and Bellinger said, "I'm not signing that." Well, Mets go out and make a signing. Every other team that was kind of in on Bellinger was kind of like, "Oh, never mind." And then all of a sudden, there he goes, 5 for 162 to the Yankees. The same offer that had been sitting there for 2 weeks. So yeah, it might get closer and closer to spring training, and we've seen with guys more pitchers than hitters, but guys that wait till to sign until very late don't have great years. So he's not going to want a prove it deal when he's signing in late February or March. Um, I don't know. Come on. It's just like I said it in a past episode. For me to get excited about this season, there needs to be that wow signing that I can get excited for. It's a Eugenio Suarez. It's go. I understand Sal Stewart's currently slotted in as the DH. Although I don't know if you saw the report that he's lost 25 pounds and they've told him to focus on first and third, which he's also our backup second baseman now with Gavin Lux gone. So I don't know why he's not also focusing on second. Um, I don't know. I think Eugenio Suarez is just like the perfect missing piece in this.
Well, I think Sal Stewart, with Steer being first base, Sal Stewart playing first base, Steer still has the ability to go play the outfield if he has to.
Yeah.
So Steer being versatile, they could put Suarez at DH, Sal Stewart at first, and stick Steer out on left. Now that does put both Blade and Myers on the bench, but I think I would be a lot happier if Spencer Steer, Sal Stewart, and Eugenio Suarez are in the lineup than if Dane Myers is in the lineup, regardless of who it is that's pitching on the mound.
Yeah, I say sign Suarez because here's the thing. you didn't trade anything for Dane Myers. There really wasn't a big name in that deal. And you signed JJ Bleday for 1.4, I think was the contract. So they don't
1.6.
have to play every single day. Like a $1.5 million contract to be a bench bat is a good contract. Like if you go get Eugenio Suarez, you can put Sal Stewart at first. You can throw Steer back in left field, and let's go.
Yeah, I'm getting really thrown off right now because my camera's frozen
Yeah,
and
your
I'm just
camera's
staring at
frozen. I
I'm
was gonna
staring at one
mention
of the
that.
worst mugshots that I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm kind of disturbed and my brain is slightly rattled, but I do think that Eugenio Suarez would be a lot better than this current camera situation that I got going on, where
I
I
did
am.
notice it froze because really they said that they need a power bat in this lineup. Period. They wanted a power outfielder. They're all gone. We're not like unless no, there isn't one. There really is not a power bat in the outfield. Mike Talkman, we like that. Sure, why not? I mean, like it's JJ Bleday. Um, you're not bringing back Harrison Bader. That's not what we need at all right now. And the rest of the guys are pitchers. Like Marcelo Zuna is the only other guy in this that I could maybe see, but like it's looking like he's getting 12, gonna get 12 mil a year. Go get Suarez. Go get Eugenio Suarez. Bring that will show me that the Reds are serious about actually trying to compete. It's not Schwarber. It's not going out and spending $150 million, but it's going to get a big need. The Cincinnati Reds, should not be an only pitching team with the ballpark that we play
No, we should not. I currently feel like AJ Hawk right now. I can absolutely now I can see nothing that's going on.
in.
So yeah, that's really great. I'm kind of just staring at a frozen screen here, but I think the Reds might need to take the path that's what's been going on in the league as far as moving in fences at ballparks or moving fences back at certain ballparks. If they're going to build this pitching staff, they might just have to move the walls back 10 feet all around and give that extra little leeway. Or you can go sign a power bat and make it a moot point. But you see, Royals are bringing the fences in at Kauffman, so that's going to be a more hitter neutral ballpark. GABP is one of the most hitter friendly
Yeah, I
ballparks,
think it's
so
second. I think it's second. Okay, outside of the minor league stadiums, I
those do not count.
believe it's second behind. It was somewhere weird. That was. Oh, it's L.A. It's Dodgers. Dodgers is number one.
Yeah, well, their field's actually smaller than ours is.
Yeah,
Just nobody talks about it. But they also build their lineups to hit homers, and they hit homers.
yeah. They also pay so much. Did you? I saw this stat the other day. It made me chuckle. The luxury tax that the Dodgers are paying is more than the Reds payroll.
Um,
It's not even
the
close.
the Mets payroll is almost more than Phil Castellini's net worth. It's like 100 million off of his net worth.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
So you want to talk about what the problem with baseball is? One team's payroll is more than the entire net worth of one of the owners.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, pretty much sums it up there. There's not going to be baseball, I don't think, for a while in 2027. There's going to be a lockout. Sucks, but would love a salary floor because this is fucking ridiculous, dude. Come on, Reds. Go get Eugenio Suarez. Go bring him back home. Why not?
Well, my unhinged take is that the Dodgers are intentionally spending the money that they are in order for teams to want to push for a salary cap because the salary cap doesn't hurt them. They still get a bid up in the highest amount of any other team. They're still going to get their players. Meanwhile, it seems like the Reds, just because there's a salary cap, they're not going to probably spend that
Yeah.
money. So they're still not going to get these guys. So all it does,
Everyone's gonna want to go play for the Dodgers still. They're just gonna be like, hey, we can't offer you that much. Sorry.
yeah, so all it does is they get all the big name players and have to pay less money to do so.
Mm-hmm. And also, like,
So
what happens to their payroll now? Because where's that salary cap? Like, whatever the salary cap, if they put a salary cap in, whatever it's gonna be less than the Dodgers payroll. So, what are you gonna?
it
Are they grandfathered in? Like, what do you
it
want
would
them
have
to
to
do?
follow it would have to follow the methods of when other teams or other leagues have put in salary caps, and they do grandfather contracts in, and then they change the structures and the way that it works, so that way it's on the books, but it's technically not going directly towards their payroll at that time. It's really weird. Another thing that's going to cause a lot of issues when they're trying to finish and resolve this lockout that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time. There is the season is going to start late, to say the very least, if it happens at all, which sucks.
Yeah,
That's gonna suck. It would
no.
suck less if Emmanuel Suarez was under contract for the Reds. Another thing we can talk about before I was about to just wrap this up, but I mentioned in an early episode, the Reds had made no talks with Elly De La Cruz to extend him. That turned out not to be true at all. They offered him the biggest extension in franchise history, and he told them to go pound sand.
Well, that entire thing I would call a little bit of bullshit on, just because they intentionally worded it to one of their favorite insiders that leaks information as in the largest contract in franchise history, which, to my knowledge, Joey Votto was right around 10
220.
years, 220.
220. Yep.
So they
Could
could
have
have
been
offered him
230.
250, yeah, 230 to 250 for the same amount of years, and that is just never going to happen. So I think
Yeah.
that's why it was worded the way it was instead of the actual number being put out, because they thought that they could win a little bit of sympathy from fans by saying it was the largest contract, and then withhold the information that it was an offer that Ellie was never going to take, and
Mm-hmm.
they knew he was never going to take, but they wanted to make it at least look PR wise like they tried.
Ellie is a Boris guy, which kind of sucks.
Correct.
They're
He's
not
with
they're
Boris.
not big about signing extensions, but they Boris will sign an extension like now. He won't do it like when they're about to become a free agent. I think if the Reds are serious, what's the number that if you were serious about extending Ellie long term, let's say 10 years. What's the number start with? Like the negotiation number start with?
Well, at least starts with a three. That's
I
for
think it's
sure.
350.
I would say 300 would be a lowball offer. 350 would be a consider, and if you get to a four number, I think he signs it.
Like what's Julio's contract? His is low. I know that.
It's like 220, I think. It's right around 220 again.
And this
Because
was
he
after
also
only
signed
one
that
year.
his rookie year. Correct.
It's 12 for 210 is his.
Yeah.
But
If
it
you would have
has
offered,
okay, yeah.
if you would have offered a $220 million contract to Ellie right when he came up, I think he probably signs it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh god, yeah. So, okay,
Yeah.
so what about go to Ellie 12 for 350? See what he
Um,
says. That's a good starting point. He probably doesn't sign that, but it's a good starting point.
I don't know, but the market's gonna be so volatile, especially with the salary cap coming in. So you might get guys that are more inclined to sign a big deal right now
Mm-hmm.
and have it get grandfathered in before they cut off the amount that they can get paid. So I mean, I don't think the Reds are gonna.
Merrill got 9 for 135. So Ellie would shatter whatever they're gonna get.
Correct. And I feel like if they were gonna offer him that contract, it probably would have had to have been during or right after his rookie season.
Like it's not the same level, but is the number he's gonna want like Soto? What Soto got from the Nationals? What that he turned down?
430,
440. I think it was 12 for
440.
440 or 13 for. It was something ridiculous. It was 440. I don't know how many years it was. Because I don't know that makes sense for the Reds either. If it's that much, because I love Ellie, but he's not Juan Soto.
We're also not built to be paying those contracts to people.
It was 15 for 440 was his.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Reds are built to be paying out those types of contracts to people.
Yeah, like I don't think that number can touch 4. They don't have that money. And I think that's the money he's gonna want.
I don't think that number touches three.
If they want him, it has to.
Yeah, but I don't think they would ever go to that number.
I mean, Jesus, it'd be crazy. Yeah, it's Has there been any? They haven't released the official contract they gave him. I don't think it'll ever come out.
No, they intentionally said the way that they said so that it looks like they made a genuine attempt. Now, if there's like bad blood between the Reds and Ellie, Boris might come out and release what the contract was, but I don't think the Reds will go out of their way to make it known.
When is he? So let's see. This will be his fourth year.
2029 is when he's team controlled through 2029.
Okay, so we've got 3 more years of Ellie.
Correct.
4 more years of Ellie.
Yeah, three more after this year.
Okay, got a while, but it sucks. I could see him signing something in the not not in the same dollar amount, but same structure kind of what Hunter signed. Of it's like a 6 year deal.
It'd buy out his last two ARBs. It'd buy out his ARB and then
And
give
then like
him
2 more
a year
years.
plus.
Yeah. And let him hit at like what, 29? Let him hit free agency. Like Boris would do that. Is Hunter Green a Boris guy?
I don't believe so. Matt McLean is,
Well,
which McLean also turned down a contract extension that we offered him. I'm fairly
um,
certain he is not, or Hunter Green is not Boris.
no, Green's not Boris. Who is he?
I think it's someone not like well
No,
known to the public.
it's he's with CAA.
Oh, well, yeah. So he's just an agency, not a
Yeah,
specific agent.
it's Hamels, his big guy. Yeah, so he got a 6 year, $53 million contract, which obviously Ellie's not signing that, but six for one.
80.
I was gonna say six for 150 because
If
you're still letting him hit free agency in his prime, so he probably could take less, and you're buying out his ARB years.
I would say but it has to be enough to be close to what his ARB's going to be, and his ARB probably going to be about 25.
Yeah, but that's so for the let's say six for 159. It triples Hunter Green's dollar amount.
Yeah, his because his last ARB he's going to be a super um, five player, whatever it is, since he's been up for however much time. So
Yeah,
he's going to get it's going to be the school ball situation where he can base his contract off of players at his position, and obviously there's some pretty big shortstop contracts out there that he can base his numbers off of. So I think his last ARP would probably be around $30 million.
yeah. No, it's gonna be crazy. I would love to see us extend him. I know I don't think he. It's hard for me to believe that he ever signs like a 13, 14 year extension with the Reds. I think he just wants to play other. He's gonna be a Dodger. He's always talked about how much he loves the Dodgers. Sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. It's nice to have him now. Let's go compete while he's here. Let's go sign that Eugenio Suarez and go compete while he's here. Right? Right?
Maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
that'd be.
Just maybe. It'd be
Is
nice.
everything perfect in the world?
Not as a Reds fan. Never.
That's for sure.
Say anything else? I don't think there's much else that we need to talk about. Cam Collier. Invite to big league spring training. It's first big
Well,
like Reds draft pick that I was high on.
I would say that if he didn't get invited to this year's spring training, you'd start asking questions about what's going on with Cam Collier because he's played decent enough and he's getting old enough to where he should be receiving an invite.
Yeah, he's what, like
Um,
21? Yeah, 21.
he's 21 now. We signed him when he was 19. Um, so yeah, I think if he wasn't invited, you kind of raise your eyebrows. So it'll be interesting to see him in camp. Maybe it'll be a Tyler Callahan situation where he comes into camp and hits 6 homers, and then people want him to start on the big league roster. So
He's grown
I
into
don't
that
know.
body. He's
Yeah,
grown in. I remember when we drafted him, he was not the kind of question is like, hey, we see how well built he could be, but he's not there. 6'1", 210. Yeah, he's built into that body.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought he had a good year last year.
He was hurt
Yeah,
a while
I got 400 plate appearances. So
last
yeah,
year.
yeah. You got 400 plate appearances between 3 leagues.
Maybe I'm
I
thinking
mean,
the year
still,
before.
it's still. I mean, it's not a full year, but yeah, not bad. Um,
I
yeah,
know he suffered a thumb ligament injury in
776
spring training
OPS.
last year.
Would like to see a
His
little more out of him, maybe, but no, he's fine. He's 21. He
his
played
thing was last season he wasn't hitting homers.
uh yeah. He no, yeah. He hit 4 homers all last year. 2024
Yeah,
in Dayton he had 20.
correct.
So yeah,
But that was also probably due to his thumb injury.
injury. Yeah,
But
injury there. All right, I've got nothing else. I would love to do a breaking news episode this weekend.
yeah, I would love for my camera to work so I'm not just staring at two frozen mugshots the whole time.
Oh,
But
I'm
here we
frozen
are.
for you too.
Yeah, I'm on two frozen mugshots.
That's incredible. That's awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got nothing else. Reds, go do something, please, 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 please. Oh,
We'll
well,
see.
I do have one more thing actually.
Uh-oh.
Luis Robert will not be a Red.
Nope, the saga is over,
Also,
and
what the? That's all it took.
I think the White Sox just not value our prospects at all.
I could not believe when that was what came out as or wait, am I thinking? Hold on, I might not be thinking of the right trade. I might be thinking of the Freddie Peralta. No, no, no. The Peralta trade
No,
had
you're
Jet
thinking the
Williamson.
Robert
Yes,
trade.
the Robert. That's all it fucking took. I could not believe when I saw that.
Either we value our prospects way too high, or they have no respect for our farm system. It's one of those two.
um, because hold on, let me actually pull up exactly. I remember just seeing this and being like, "Are you serious?" It
It's
wasn't anyone big, was
Luis
it?
Acuna
It was
who's doing
Acuna.
that
Yeah,
now.
it was Luis Angel Acuna, who, by the way, wasn't projected to make the Mets roster.
Yeah.
Like I was having this discussion with someone that I was like, would you trade Nick Lodolo for Luis Robert right now? And I said, yeah, I think I would. That would have been the biggest overpay ever, apparently.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I ever would have tried to trade Nick Lodolo for Luis Robert.
I didn't either, but
But
I thought that's what it was gonna take. I thought it was gonna have to take Lodolo to get him. I mean, just like who's Acuna in our prospects?
mm, Tyler
Tyler, I was
Callahan.
gonna say Tyler Callahan.
Yeah.
Stewart's too good, I think.
Maybe Hector Rodriguez.
Yeah, but Hector hasn't played in the big leagues yet. That's what Acuna has.
Not much. Did he
Like,
play a whole season last year, or half a season? And he
I
didn't.
think
It
he just
wasn't.
kept going up and down. I don't think he ever like actually.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think I. Also, there's another part of it. Probably could have been that the Reds just weren't sold on how good Luis Robert could be.
Yeah, but so I get that was part of it, but also all we had heard was the Reds love Robert, but the asking price is too high. Like that's where to me it doesn't make sense because and that was not just from the Reds. That was every team was saying the asking price is just ridiculous. The White Sox are asking for the moon.
Well, I think that just shows that teams didn't value him the same way the White Sox did.
Yeah, I mean Acuna was like bad last year, like really bad last year.
Yeah.
I don't 63 OPS plus.
Fit well on the Reds.
Like it's Tyler Callahan.
Are you sure you're not looking at Santiago Espinal's page?
He's really good in. Oh no, I guess maybe not even. What league? Oh, is this the Venezuelan league? Yeah,
What?
he's really good in the Venezuelan league. Like both years, he has almost 1,000 OPS in the Venezuelan league.
I didn't even know they still did the Venezuelan league.
Yeah, Venezuelan Winter League.
Huh.
He's got a 939 OPS
Well,
after having
there you
a
go.
567 OPS for the Mets
I
and
wonder if he's
hitting
in Crocus
no
on January
homers.
3rd.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap it up on that one. Luis Robert is not a Red. He's a Met. The Reds have done nothing. They're going to continue to do nothing.
And it's gonna snow a
Yeah,
lot.
it's going to snow a lot. All right.
Yes.
That's all we got. Hope you guys enjoyed. Anything we didn't talk about you want to see us talk about, let us know down below in the comments. Give us your kind of reactions to the Gavin Lux trade, anything else Reds related or just baseball related in general. That's all we have. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you guys next time.
Peace.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Talk Reds. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. Also, leave a comment letting us know what you think we missed or points you would like to see us make in a future episode. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more just like it, click on one of the videos on your screen right now, and let's go Reds.